Hi guys, it's me Adrian, just here with a quick video. This is just solely on music of the Mega Drive Genesis. Now, I'm going to start this off by saying, why is it that everybody considers Streets of Rage 1 and 2 to be the best soundtracks of the Mega Drive Genesis? Because to me, it's not what I think of when I think of the Mega Drive Genesis. I mean, what do you guys think of when you hear when you think of the Sega Mega Drive Genesis console? The audio, the music. What's the first thing that comes into your mind? You know, what music from which games, you know, really stands out for you? I'm sure it'd be, you know, opinions will vary, and you know, it'll be different for all of us. But for me personally, Streets of Rage has never been in my top 10. Never. The soundtracks have never been in my top 10. They're by no means bad soundtracks. They don't stand out to me as anything, you know, really special. You know, I can think of, you know, other composers that I would put higher on a pedestal than Yuzo Koshiro. But that's just me. Like, it's a bit complicated, but I'd probably go with Masato Nakamura, who did Sonic 1 and 2. I'd probably still be my number one. It's not just because he did the Sonic games. It's just his compositions. They really reach out to me. They really inspired me, you know. And I've got a lot of memories of that music. And you know, I love the way they ended up sounding on the Mega Drive. You know, that heavy use of that twanga bass guitar. I love that. I love that twangy sound. You know, Yuzo Koshiro doesn't use that sound. He never did. I mean, so that doesn't really gel well with me. But I mean, there's others I can think of that I like. The guy that did Super Fantasy Zone and Batman. Oh, what was his name? Naoki Kutaka or something? Yeah, Naoki Kutaka. He worked at Sunsoft back in the early 90s. Yeah, I would put him further up the list than Yuzo Koshiro. Because he did an awesome job on Super Fantasy Zone and Batman. And the guy that did Lemmings on the Mega Drive Genesis, I mean, I remember his name, it's Hirohiko Takayama. He done an awesome job, you know, producing the music to Lemmings on the Mega Drive. And I think that's even better than Streets of Rage 1 and 2. And I think Revenge of Shinobi from Yuzo Koshiro is better than Streets of Rage 1 and 2. But no, I just don't see why. I just fail to see why Streets of Rage is considered the best, you know, or among the best. I'm not saying I hate it or anything. I certainly don't hate it. I enjoy the music, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just I wouldn't say it's the best, and I certainly wouldn't put it in my top 10. Maybe top 20, but not top 10. Sorry. But there's one music track on the Mega Drive Genesis console that I would have to say is the absolute best music track I've ever heard on the system. And let's go to it now. I've got my EverDrive out. You'll see where I'm going with this. Yeah, here we go. Duel Master, 1991, developed and produced by Sega. The music to this game was done by a guy called Motoaki Takenouchi, and he was a big Yes fan, and he also did the music to this other game later on. I think it was called Landstalker, The Treasures of King Null, which is good, but it's not as good as this. This was earlier, and this just really kicks ass. And I'm going to play you the song now. I'll stop talking and I'll just play the song, and then the video will finish after the music. But to me, this one track here, Duel Master, has to be the greatest, if not the best, Mega Drive Genesis individual music track on the system. As a whole, the soundtrack is not the best on the system, but this one song, the one title track, yes, it definitely sums up the Mega Drive for me. And it's twanga bass guitar all over. I love it. You know, there's several. As far as soundtracks, OSTs are concerned, it's like I said, it's not the best. I mean, it's got a nice soundtrack, but it's the track that stands out the most is got to be the title track, Jewel Master. I mean, you just listen to it and you'll see why this is better than any music from Streets of Rage. I mean, this is just Mega Drive all over. So just have a listen. This is my number one.